I welcome you in my next video in quantum mechanics. Today I'll be talking about the time independent Schrodinger equation. So basically the time independent Schrodinger equation is IH del psi by del t plus this is the time dependent Schrodinger equation. So H del psi by del t equal to minus h square by 2m del square psi xt by del x square plus vx psi xt. This is time dependent Schrodinger equation. So from the time dependent Schrodinger equation, we will derive the time independent Schrodinger equation. So this equation has been derived by considering this Planck's law, that is frequency of the radiation mu equal to E by H, and then we consider the de Broglie relation lambda equal to H by P. Then we consider the total energy of the particle, that is equal to E equal to P square by 2m plus V. Then we consider that the electromagnetic radiation is consists of the photons, and the photons which it is moving under a constant potential. So therefore we consider the plane wave equation psi xt equal to a e to the power I kx minus omega t. K is the wave vector and omega is the frequency. So if we put it here, E equal total energy equal to P square by 2m plus V. So E equal to H omega and P equal to hk. So it is h square k square by 2m plus V. So this omega that we get from this plane wave which we have considered, the photon which has the wave corrected. So by the first derivative of the this wave function with respect to t, we get the omega, and second derivative of this wave function with respect to x, we get the k square. And if we put these values here, omega and k square, then we get the time dependent the Schrodinger equation, and that tells us the time dependent Schrodinger equation. It tells us about the development of the wave functions, that is psi xt. So in which we discuss the wave function has the probability density, and that is the position probability density we define. We also the momentum probability density we define by the Fourier transform. So in this case we talk about the position and the momentum. And so if the in case of the classical mechanics, if we know the position and momentum of a particle, and using the Newton's equation of motion, at one time if we know the position and the momentum of the particle, then in the later time we can determine the position of the position and momentum of the particle accurately. But in case of the quantum mechanics, it is not so, because there is a uncertainty in determining the position of the particle, and there is also uncertainty in determining the position of the momentum. Two things cannot be determined accurately. So the both the things, the position and the momentum in quantum mechanics, position and the momentum cannot be known precisely at the same instant of the time. So in case of the classical mechanics such as Kepler's planetary motion or the Rutherford scattering experiment, we know the energy and angular momentum of the particle is fixed. But in quantum mechanics, if we assume that energy of the particle is fixed, then del E equal to 0. If del E is equal to 0, and using the Heisenberg uncertainty relation, del E and del T is greater than equal to H bar, del H bar. So if del E equal to 0, if energy is definite, then the time should be indefinite. So there will be infinite amount of the time is needed to measure the definite amount of the energy, that the quantum mechanics says. Classical mechanics, it does not say. So infinite amount of the time is needed to calculate the definite amount of the energy. So for this we should infinite amount of the time should be available to make the energy measurements. So let us take for a system of the constant energy. So for a system of the constant energy wave function psi xt, that is written as psi x, and there is another function which is multiplied with this, that is gt. So this gt, this is written as e to the power I gt. So gt, it is a function of the time. So for a system represented by such wave functions, the energy of the system do not change with time. Energy of the system do not change with time. With time, energy of the system, if the wave function is represented like this, then energy of the system, it does not change with the time. If the particle is initially in a particular energy state, and after indefinite time also the particle remains in that energy state, then that is known as the stationary states. Stationary states means the energy does not change with respect to time, so we define as the stationary states. So classically energy, or it is the Hamiltonian energy, or the Hamiltonian, which is the sum of the kinetic energy plus potential energy, or it is p square by 2m plus v. Hamiltonian of the system, that is the constant of motion, is constant of motion, means it does not contain the time explicitly, so the total energy is conserved. Total energy is conserved. Total energy is conserved. So let us take this time dependent Schrodinger equation. Then how we will get the time independent Schrodinger equation? So let us consider the time independent Schrodinger equation. H square by 2m del square psi by del x square plus Vx and psi x, which is equal to IH del psi by del t. This is the time dependent Schrodinger equation. Now this is a partial differential equation. This is the first order in time. This is second order in the space. So this partial differential equation, it will convert to the ordinary differential equation, and then we will solve the by the this separation variables method. So we consider that psi xt equal to psi x and ft. The variables are separated. Now if you take the derivative with respect to x, and the second derivative again with respect to x, and first derivative of this with respect to t, and place it here, then we will be getting minus h square by 2m, then del 1 by psi x, del square psi by del x square, and plus Vx, which is equal to 1 by ft, and then it will be IH 1 by ft, then it is del f by del t. This is a function of time. This is a function of x. So the left hand side, it is a function of x, and right hand side is a function of the t. So it is that is a constant, and this is a constant for fixed x for all t, and this is fixed t time for all x, so which is equal to constant. So therefore we get the two equation. One is IH, this is IH, and df by dt, which is equal to constant into ft. This is one equation, because we have taken this is equal to constant. So another equation we get minus h square by 2m del square psi del x square, and then Vx psi x, which is equal to or C into psi x. C into psi x. So the solution of this equation, if we separate the similar terms and if we integrate it, and then we will get the solution ft equal to, that is a constant a and e to the power and minus I c t by h bar, or this is a the normalization constant and this is I c t by h. So this c has the dimension of the energy. C has the dimension of the energy. So and the C has the dimension of the energy. So you can write down this is a e to the power minus I e t by h. So one solution we got, that is for this time part e to the power I e t by I h. So the system has a particular solution which are having this energy E. Now if you find out the solution of this, so we can write down this h square by 2m del square psi x by del x square plus vx psi x equal to this c into psi x, So instead of c you can write down e psi x. So this is our time independent Schrodinger equation. This is time independent Schrodinger equation, and the solution of this equation is psi xt equal to psi x into e to the power minus I e t by h. So the solution of this equation is like this: psi xt equal to psi x into e to the power I e t by h. So this is it satisfies the particular solution. The particular solution is we are getting a constant energy. So and it obeys the probability density. The probability density is px equal to psi star x and psi x, and it also obeys this probability density, that is independent of time. And if we find out the probability flux, that is sx equal to h by 2 im, and then it is psi star x del psi by del x minus psi x and del psi star by del x. This probability density, probability flux, this is your probability density, and this probability flux, that is also independent of the time. So psi x, we get that here the psi x is not the imaginary, but in case of the time dependent Schrodinger equation, the solution was the psi was the imaginary. So it's not that always the psi will be imaginary. Sometimes it is real also. So the general solution of this time dependent Schrodinger. So the time dependent Schrodinger equation is IH del psi by del t. So IH del psi by del t, which is equal to minus h square by 2m del square psi by del x square plus vx and psi xt. So this is xt, this is also xt. So this is time dependent Schrodinger equation, and the solution of this equation, after this we got this this time independent Schrodinger equation is minus h square by 2m del square psi xt by del x square plus vx psi x, which is equal to e psi. So this is our time dependent Schrodinger equation. This is our time independent Schrodinger equation, and the solution of this equation is psi x equal to psi x equal to, this is, or the solution is psi xt, that is, the solution of this equation is psi x t equal to psi x e to the power minus I e t by h. So we get the particular solution of this equation and having the constant energy. Similarly, the system having so many constants energy, so the general solution of this general solution of the time dependent Schrodinger equation, general solution of the time dependent Schrodinger equation, psi equal to, it will be summation over n and then Cn constants, and then it is psi n and e to the power minus I e n t divided by h. So this is our general solution of the time dependent Schrodinger equation, and this is our particular solution of the time independent Schrodinger equation, where Cn, these are the constants, and the summation over all discrete values of the energy, it is being added and then multiplied with this constant, and this is summation over n, then we get this wave function. So this time dependent Schrodinger equation and time independent Schrodinger equation we apply to the various problems in the quantum mechanics, like one dimensional potential well, then we find out the energy of the system, then we apply in case of the harmonic oscillator, we find out the energy of the system, and correspondingly the particular value of the energy we get the wave functions, and we use we get the general solution also by using this formula psi equal to summation over Cn or constant multiplied with this wave function, then e to the power minus E n t by h. So the particular solution of a equation, time independent Schrodinger equation, that gives the constant energy, and all these energies are being added, and then we get the general solution of this wave function. So basically our aim is to find out the energy, eigenvalue, and the wave function of the system in the different cases. Thank you.